What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 2nd of October, 2024. I'm Alana Bose reporting for News Source with the latest tonight. President Irfan Ali has underscored China's contribution to the development of Guyana in healthcare, education, public infrastructure, and economic development as he joined the Chinese ambassador last evening in celebrating the 75th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China.
Today, Your Excellency, we celebrate the peaceful existence of our relationship. We celebrate the peaceful existence of a culture that binds us together. We celebrate decades of diplomatic relationship. We celebrate the fact that China has contributed significantly to the development and expansion of our economy. We celebrate today the greatest contribution, and that is the doctors who are here who would help to build our healthcare system and who support our healthcare system.
The president said China continues to make a difference in the lives of Guyanese and citizens of the region. In the field of healthcare, the 19th Chinese Medical Brigade alone has treated approximately 14,000 local patients and performed more than 2,300 surgeries. The team also conducted 21 medical outreaches that delivered high-quality medical services to the people of Guyana. On the economic front, President Ali acknowledged the presence of Chinese businesses and companies operating in Guyana, particularly in the field of infrastructure, development, and commerce. He said China is key to the country's ongoing economic growth.
China is part of this growing economy life. China is part of the transformation that is taking place in this country. And we want this transformation to position our country as one of the most innovative economies, one of the most diversified economies, an economy that is built on knowledge, an economy that is built on technology, and an economy that will be carefully created and crafted to be competitive, resilient, and sustainable in the future.
As he spoke of the importance of partnership in the developing Guyanese economy, President Ali said Guyana will continue to strengthen its relationship with China as it expands its scope. The Chinese ambassador, in her address, highlighted the number of innovative projects currently underway in the country and the robust achievements that have taken place as a direct result of the bilateral collaboration between the two nations.
The government and the people of Guyana never eased up. They have been working around the clock to dedicate to national development. China fully understands Guyana's desire to seize the opportunity to develop itself and always stands ready to be a steadfast partner in Guyana's development.
The Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs were among the other officials present at the event. More news in a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. I can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Come on. your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Guyana, the wait is over. It's the return of the Gully God for the Cricket Carnival Super Concert. On stage is one of dancehall's greatest superstars, Mafado.
I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special.
Performing his biggest hits live on Saturday, 5th of October. Mafado. Early bird ticket general $5,000, VIP $200 USD. Sponsored by GTT, Extra Beer, Ministry of Tourism, and the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport.
Are you ready to elevate your career with a world-class education from the comfort of your home? The University of Excellence Management in Business, UEMB, Guyana's premier accredited and recognized tertiary institution, invites you to join one or more of our comprehensive 145-degree programs. Registration is now open for our next intake on September 9 and every 2 months thereafter. Enroll now and secure a 50% scholarship. Choose from an ABA, BBA, MBA, MPM, EMBA, EMPM, and LLM degrees, available in 14 specializations. Whether you hold an undergraduate degree, a diploma, or relevant professional qualifications, apply. We are an accredited degree-granting tertiary institution in Guyana. Our programs are also equivalent to a USA Regional Accredited degree. Submit your completed application form, proof of entrance qualification, and any form of ID. For more details, visit our administrative office in the Critchlow Labour College, front building, Wolford Avenue, or call 225-1395, 225-1397-9, 618-3434, and 681-3434. Progressing to a degree is as easy as ABC with UEMB. Deal with the best and forget the rest.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Yes.
Start packing us, yeah?
I ain't start packing yet. Usually I pack a couple hours before and I go. Drive. I got my phone, I got my keys, my charger, my
Procrastinating planning for the future? Well, that's never a good idea. Let Demerara Mutual and Demerara Fire and General help you get started with planning for your future today. I'm with Dem.
Residents of Belladrum and neighboring villages in Berbice are pleading with President Irfan Ali to make good on a commitment made to restore their farmlands located behind El Dorado to Weldad, and for compensation to be paid for freehold lands at Belladrum and El Dorado, which were expropriated by central government without the consent of the proprietors. Leland Saul, a proprietor of lands located in El Dorado, told NewsSource today that the issues were raised with President Ali back in October 2022, and despite a commitment to have the farmland restored to allow residents to engage in commercial activities, there has been little progress. The administration, through the Mahaica-Maikoni Abari Agriculture Development Authority, MMA-ADA, has requested that the legal owners of the properties give the necessary permission for the restoration of farmlands. However, Saul explained that most of the owners are deceased. He said, as such, the lands have been retained by descendants in keeping with custom. He said, while the residents of Belladrum patiently await the restoration of their farmlands, residents of Fowles have had their lands cleared, although in some cases, the lands are in the names of deceased persons. In a letter to the editor, Saul further detailed that between 5 villages, El Dorado, Belladrum, Paradise, Golden Fleece, and Weldad, only 3 lots, 41, 42A, and 42B El Dorado, were cleared of vegetation. In an interview with the press, Saul said it is only fair that the residents of Belladrum enjoy the same benefits as those in Fowles.
What we are asking, basically, we need our lands to be clear in the villages that we mentioned, so that we can get involved in some economic venture. There is a plan, there was a submission, we had discussion with the MMA, and we'd like them to put that into action now.
Another affected resident, Handel Ward of Paradise, said it is a clear case of discrimination. Like Saul, he explained that many persons are heirs and administrators of the lands. The situation, he said, was explained to the MMA-ADA.
These are our ancestors' land. We did get transport, but most of the people who own the deceased. Heirs of the land is still here. There was never from the starting, you have to get transport. They come to Fouls, then they call it no transport for nobody. They just come, clear the land. This excavator been here for months. And do private work all for Indian brothers.
Describing the government as callous, Ward questioned if the differences in treatment is a representation of the president's One Guyana.
It's unfair to us. Well, we got to wait around retroactive to get work done. We got to collect money and a box of food to get work done. Any government in power need to look after these people. Everybody. So all these things that they're talking, One Guyana, how can it be One Guyana when one side clear and the other side full bush?
On the issue of compensation for lands expropriated in Belladrum and El Dorado, the affected residents explained that while an exercise was initiated by MMA-ADA in 2023 to determine the acreage of the affected lands, proprietors have not been updated since on the planned compensation. The new Liat 2020 Airlines application to begin operating in Guyana is expected to be sent to the Cabinet within the coming weeks for approval. The new airline, which was formed following the collapse and closure of Liat 1974, is already serving a number of Caribbean destinations and has been eyeing a number of other destinations as it seeks to expand its service throughout the region. Head of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Egbert Field, today confirmed to News Source that the airline's application was received and is being acted on at the GCAA's level. Just recently, the GCAA published a public notice informing of the airline's application and seeking representation or objections from the public. News Source understands that a number of objections were received, but those were all in relation to the previous Liat airline. The new Liat 2020 company is based in Antigua and Barbuda, with the government of Antigua and Barbuda maintaining majority ownership.
Hi, I'm Marlene Street Forrest, Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Join us at the second Regional Investment and Capital Markets Conference to be held in Guyana on October 8 to 9, 2024 at the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. Under the theme Financing for Success, where passion, prosperity, and people align, we will explore the latest trends and opportunities in wealth creation and economic development. This two-day event promises to be engaging, enlightening, and game-changing. To register to attend, visit www.jamstockex.com or call 876-967-3271. Come and make the right connections.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Types of transactions. Anyone eligible for registration is required to visit the registration office responsible for his or her area of residence to apply for registration. Persons who are already registered could apply for a name change if they have changed their names since they were last registered. Apply for corrections if there is incorrect information on their national ID cards. Persons who are desirous of conducting any of the above transactions must provide the relevant supporting documents. Persons who are already registered could request that their photographs be retaken if the quality of the photographs on their ID cards is unacceptable. Collect their new ID cards if they have not done so as yet. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, please contact GCOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Monster! Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Buster, bust the flavors. Buster, bust the flavors.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. I can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Following an embarrassing power outage at the National Stadium Providence during an internationally televised CPL match on Tuesday night that paused the game for almost 2 hours, the Guyana Power and Light Company has made it clear that the stadium is powered by independent generating sets, and GPL's technicians were only on standby to assist with any issue. In a late-night joint statement, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport and the Guyana Power and Light, Inc. explained that 3 of the 6 floodlights at the National Stadium lost power during the cricket match. According to the stadium, all CPL matches at the Providence Stadium are powered from independent generating sets located in the National Stadium and not by the GPL grid. GPL said it has been on standby at all matches to render technical assistance to the stadium at all times. It was explained that when the floodlights went down, the GPL technical team on standby immediately began rendering assistance and restored power to 2 of 3 floodlights on the same circuit. The joint statement said the stadium's technical staff and GPL worked assiduously to restore power to the 3rd floodlight, which had a technical fault with the underground cable feeding power to that floodlight. A substitute cable was installed to have the floodlight operational, and that was achieved just before 11 p.m. The Sport Ministry and GPL have now promised that the additional technical assessment will be done immediately after the game to avoid any reoccurrence. There were 2 similar incidents involving the same floodlights at the Providence Stadium recently. One of those incidents took place during the finals of a T10 tournament, and the other incident took place during a practice session of the Amazon Warriors cricket team. Police Constable Mark Ford, who was caught on camera punching away on his 17-year-old son, has been placed under close arrest over the incident. A statement from the Guyana Police Force explained that the incident took place on Monday. According to the police report, the police constable and his teenage son got into an argument over him not completing his household chores. The police said, as a result of the argument, the man started to punch his son repeatedly to his face and body. At one point during the beating incident, the teenager could be heard screaming out for help. The police said the teen managed to escape from his father's fists and found refuge at the home of his uncle, who was an inspector of police. The uncle accompanied the teenager to the police station in Parfait Harmony, where an official report was made. The teen was later sent to seek medical attention. The Guyana Police Force said the teen's father, Constable Mark Ford, was arrested and remains under close arrest as the investigations into the incident continue. Almost a week since a Georgetown man, Joshua David, was snatched and abducted from outside a Main Street restaurant, searches are ongoing by the Guyana Police Force for him. So far, police investigators have carried out searches in a number of areas across Georgetown and the east coast of Demerara, but have come up empty-handed. Meanwhile, 2 of the 6 men that wanted bulletins have been issued for in connection with the man's abduction have surrendered to law enforcement. Initially, the police issued a wanted bulletin for 5 persons in connection with the crime, but on Tuesday, another suspect was added to the wanted list as the force also reported that 2 of the suspects turned themselves in. The abduction was caught on camera by someone in a car. It was also captured by closed-circuit television cameras in the area. News source understands that the police are checking on the footage from other cameras in the area with the hope of getting more details on the identity of all those involved in the abduction and where they may have taken the man. Investigators are tight-lipped about the incident, with the Guyana Police Force being conservative on the information that it has been providing to the media. A motive for the abduction remains unclear.
Guyana, the wait is over. It's the return of the Gully God for the Cricket Carnival Super Concert. On stage is one of Danzol's greatest superstars, Mafado.
I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special.
Performing his biggest hits live on Saturday, 5th of October. Mafado. Early bird ticket general $5,000, VIP $200 USD. Sponsored by GTT, Extra Beer, Ministry of Tourism, and the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. Where to apply for registration? You are required to visit the registration office that is responsible for the registration of persons in your area of residence to apply for registration. Office hours, Monday to Thursday, 8 to 12 hours, 13 hours to 16 hours 30, and Friday from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 15 hours 30. The offices will be closed on weekends and holidays. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 225-027729 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. I can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Across the region tonight, in Jamaica, the Prime Minister Andrew Holness has applied to the Supreme Court to have an Integrity Commission investigation report into his financial affairs rejected as unlawful, unfair, and premised on an unconstitutional law. He said he believes that the tabling of the report was intended to embarrass and cause harm to him, and as such was made for an improper purpose and in bad faith to prejudice and harm him. Holness's application for permission to seek judicial review of actions of the Anti-Corruption Agency was filed on September 30. The report was released by the House of Representatives on September 17. He is seeking 21 orders or declarations on 69 grounds. A judicial review allows the court to scrutinize processes used by a public authority to make decisions. The twin island nation of Antigua and Barbuda is facing a sweltering heat wave. 4 days ago, meteorological officials placed Antigua and Barbuda under an excessive heat watch, cautioning that the heat index could reach or exceed a scorching 38 degrees Celsius. The watch, effective daily from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., comes as a result of a perfect storm of climatic conditions. Light winds and elevated humidity levels are conspiring to create dangerously hot conditions, turning the tropical paradise into a potential health hazard for residents and visitors alike. And finally, tonight, international news. Dozens of people are feared dead after a boat capsized in north-central Nigeria. The boat was ferrying more than 300 passengers on the river Niger when it overturned on Tuesday night, said Niger State Emergency Management Agency head Abdullahi Baba Ara. Around 60 dead bodies have been recovered from the scene, local council chairman Abdullahi Moregi was quoted as saying by Nigerian media. Mr. Ara's statement said 150 people had been rescued alive so far and that most of the boat's passengers were women and children on their way to celebrate the Muslim festival of Maulid. Mr. Ara praised the prompt response from community volunteers who have been attempting to rescue the passengers with brave local divers. The boat had been traveling from a community called Mundi. Many of the passengers were headed to the village of Bajibo to mark Maulid, a celebration of the Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, birth. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Alana Bose reporting and encouraging you to have a safe and enjoyable night.